What's up? What's up? Welcome to Lunchtime in the lab. Another lazy day. I didn't get the green screen out. When I keep it dark, though, this nice camera, does a good job of capturing my face without and keeping the darkness behind, so you don't get to see the unmade bed as well and everything like that. Okay. Let's see. Just to chat real fast. We had first off just live on YouTube today. So everybody that's watching is hopefully a subscriber. If you have not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button for me on this one, please. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, just to chat. We went got Logan Allen yesterday pretty easily, to be honest. A little shaky in the beginning, had a really good fifth inning. He threw like just 9 pitches or something like that. We had Luis Gill, who like public play that he just got murdered, man. I mean, that was nowhere close. That was obviously a big L. Then we lost on the Irvin outs or hits. I think I've realized I don't like the prop. I'm okay taking under hits. Taking over on hits though, it's just not it's just not for me, I don't think. Yankees had 5 hits against them. See how and it sucks because I was driving home from Lowe's and I looked and I'm like, oh yeah, like 6 hits, awesome. And I looked on DraftKings, which is where I played it, and it said 5, and I'm like, well, that's weird. Why isn't it updating it? And then it took me a second to realize that they pulled him, and then immediately after they pulled him, they gave up a hit. So that very easily could have been a cash for us. So we get hooked. Take this gum out, or I'm gonna be chomping on it the whole time. Discord wise, I went 2-1. I did not play Luis Gill straight. After the podcast, I just seen it literally everywhere, and then people were saying it was the most best prop of the day, and everything like that. And I was like, all right, like I'm getting out of this. So I mean, of course, I played it, lost it on here, but I did not give it as an official play in the Discord. Beer Money Picks. I went 2-1, had the hook on Irvin. So I swear, man, I'm telling you, and in the Discord, those the VIP type plays, man, they're always good reads. I just barely missed it. We hit on Logan Allen, and we did a Dodgers and a Brewers plus 1.5 play that hit for like plus 107. So that one came in luckily. So I had some good stuff there. What's up, TJ? So got a 2-in-1 day. So up 0.57 units because I did play a 0.25, just one of them. I took frustrating another one of these. Another one of these. I did another. I mentioned it yesterday. Talking about the lean parlay. I do a 4 leg because that's what DraftKings requires for the for the thing there, and for the boost. Not and Spencer Arrighetti missed, but I went 3-4 on that dang thing. So actually back-to-back day. Well, at least 2 times in a row now where I kind of had this is the stuff that I liked, but it didn't quite. And that's what most parlays are for me. I would much rather, if I really liked the leg, I would much rather play it straight instead of like wasting it to put it in a parlay, because that's not really my game. So a lot of times a parlay is more of a lean, or it's maybe like a minus 150 line, minus 170 line that like I just don't want to play straight. But yeah. Off next week. Yeah, TJ, just DM me Monday through Friday. Let's see. I think I have a doctor's appointment on Monday. Let me pull that up actually, since we're chatting about that. Reminder, we're just doing the podcast Monday through Friday for the time being. Weekends are crazy. I got a kayak trip thing tomorrow. That's gonna probably take like 5 hours, and then my son's birthday party. So I have a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, and I'm supposed to be there at 12:30. So Tuesdays, we'll talk about it on Monday, but Tuesday's show is probably gonna have to be a late one. There's not usually any day baseball, so we should be okay there. Uh, it's only supposed to be like a 15-minute appointment. So honestly, it might be worth it just to even have this. Either I'll do the show early at like 11 and then just be like, all right, I gotta be done by 11:30, like make it quick, then get out the door and be there. Yeah, we'll probably do that. Have the show be at like 11 o'clock, have it be 30 minutes early. So yeah, TJ, anyway, DM me on Twitter so I don't forget. But yeah, I mean, we can definitely work on, trying to do a little dual baseball podcast, one of those days. Probably not Tuesday because it's gonna be rushed. Okay, anyhow, let's go ahead and hop into it. I feel like I had something else, but I'm not sure. Yeah. Um every state's different, unfortunately. That's what I'm looking for right there. Okay. Yeah, sounds good, TJ. Yeah, we're trying. We're trying for it. For those of you unfamiliar, we are trying to do the 10 to 10K challenge. Um Let's see, just talking about the Discord real quick. I mean, this is what it looks like for those of you that are unfamiliar. Very brief. I mean, we have, about 10, 11 different cappers. Some do. We kind of have a higher amount of cappers right now, to be honest, but some of them are like heavier lotto type guys. So, I mean, people that's just like the world we live in. People like that kind of stuff. But, hit the two leg yesterday, but we're on the, where is it? It was it was in Ty's channel. This is the one we hit yesterday. This was step 3. Hardy over 40. You had the team, the total, whatever, in Canadian football. Man, it was 30-1 at halftime. So I mean, really, we were just waiting on Drew Brown's yards, which was a little scary. I thought maybe I was hoping he wouldn't get like benched or anything like that. But we made it. So we got the minus 103. We have a plus 100 for step 4. We're turning, betting that $80.89 into 160 today, and obviously continue to climb. So we're doing it. We're doing the damn thing. We're trying to, trying to close it up. Okay. Let's see. So this isn't any sort of play or anything. I was just kind of messing around, maybe trying to put together a same game parlay. But man, like I don't know if I fully understand. Like Ian Happ has been on a tear. Like Ian, like that's 5 straight games. So I mean, this is him in his last 5 games. Plus 150 for his total bases today. He bats 400 against Jose Quintana. I mean, what's going on? Like, what am I missing? Like, I don't know if any of you guys had looked at this game or not. But yeah, Jose Quintana batting 400 against them. Hitting well against lefties in his last 5 games in general. I mean, he's over this and he's over this very easily. I mean, he hit a home run on the 19th here, but he's hitting the ball well. I mean, these are all 2 hit. He's had 2 hits in 5 straight games. I don't know what I'm missing. It almost seems like plus 150. It just seems like a dang steal in this. You look at him, versus a lefty in particular. Lefty at home. He's got his total bases is definitely over 1.5. Is that why? Did I have it on the wrong thing? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, food for thought. Ian Happ feels like he's a good play today, but if you look at him, I mean, it's closed, of course, now, but he's minus 170 to get a hit. He was plus like one. I mean, he's down, down here. He was like plus 150 to get 2 total bases. Player props can just kind of are just so. I like last. You look the last year, 2 years. I've always been on player props, hits, runs, RBIs, total bases, everything like that. And this year, like I've been more pitcher prop, and I guess it's just really it's just what works for you or whatever. But man, I feel like Ian Happ's a good play today. So yeah, I mean he's got 2 hits against them, Only one strikeout. He's faced them probably just one outing, probably batted 5 times in that game, or maybe twice, a 3 and a 2. No walks though, so maybe just one time. Hits minus 195. You hit on DraftKings. Total bases. Yeah, they got his total bases at 0.5 on DraftKings. FanDuel had him at plus 150. So it's a good line. It's a good line to add for a same game parlay or something. I feel like yeah, plus 145 for him to get 2 total bases on DraftKings. I mean, dude's got two hits in 5 straight games. We're getting we're getting out of home versus a lefty. I mean, that was a home run, but he still would have had it. Interesting. I think, yeah, anyway, for him to just get a hit today, I think is going to be a really good line. But let's go ahead and get into it. Wow, some of this stuff's really moving. Man, these were all like minus 115 when I was looking at stuff earlier. So frustrating. Like I said, it's one of them's probably becoming like a damn Twitter play. That minus 140, man, I won't play a minus 140 straight. Minus 135 is normally my limit. So that's kind of annoying to see. What is it over here on FanDuel though? Let's see. These are the home run hitters that I think I like today. Ryan Pepiot. Damn, man, what happened? Wait, they got him at 15.5 over here. Oh, the line dropped. That's what it was. Yeah, see, that's what I like about Outlier is they kind of have it all in one place. It opened at 16.5, dropped to 15.5. It was 16.5, and in the last 40 minutes, it went back down to 15.5. Which, I mean, I would have been okay playing the 16.5. So I mean, I guess that means we've got some better value or something. But I mean, you look at him here. He's over this. He's over, let's see, 15.5 now. Even six, realistically, even if you looked at him over at 16.5, it's the same numbers. He's over this in 8 of 12. Away games, he was 3-3. He was actually pitching really well against the Braves, and he just fell apart in the 5th inning, and the Braves just destroyed him. I don't think I can. Here, let me see something here. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, so he shut the Braves out all the way up until the 5th inning, and in the 5th inning he walked, and it was all on 2 outs. He walked a guy, and then it was a pop out, fly out, gave up a home run, walked a guy, gave up a home run, gave up a home run, and they pulled him. So he gave up 3 home runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. But before then, he was holding it down. I mean, just fine. So I mean, realistically, he was cruising to cash, and then he just gave up 3 home runs in an inning, and dude just absolutely had a meltdown. So I mean, you have to think that certainly won't happen again. But I mean, he went a full 6 against Baltimore, Miami. But I mean, everybody goes long against Miami. Milwaukee, the Brewers are a good hitting team. Angels can be a decent hitting team. Colorado at times. The first game of the year against the World Series champs. He's looked pretty good, to be completely honest. And like I said, I mean, if you're looking at a 15.5 versus 16.5, the lines don't change. This is at 16.5. The lines don't change. So you either have to eat the juice at 15.5, or you got to, find something to put with it. But I liked him at 16.5, which makes me feel like I love him at 15.5. I'm not really sure why the line's moving. If you look at if you look at yeah, we talked about that for a second, Tom. Um, or mentioned it or whatever. But yeah, frustrating. They pulled him and the dude gives up a hit, right away or whatever. But yeah, I mean, especially Discord plays. I mean, the only way I seem to be losing is on the dang hook. What am I trying to look for here? Right-handed pitching. Uh, going against a Pirates team here who have the fifth lowest batting average on the year. They don't score a whole lot of runs. The eighth lowest runs on the year. Let's look and see what they've been doing the last 7 days here. Um, they're scoring the fifth lowest runs in the last 7 days. They've been hitting pretty decent. It looks like though. I mean, the 14th highest. I mean, the Pirates have got a soft offense, and you look at Pepiot. Like I said, he was cruising against the Braves, and then he got smacked. Um, there's not a whole lot we can do about him looking fantastic. I mean, to the point that it's like, all right, like you're almost like cashing out, like paying. You're already like planning your next bet with this money you're about to win, and then all of a sudden he gives up a 2-run home run, and then he gives up a walk, and then a 2-run home run, and then he gives up a solo home run, and it's like, oh shit, like the guy, like he pooped all over himself, right? Tripped at the finish line, however you want to say it. In away games, he was cruising. He should have been over. This should be 4-4 on away games. I feel really good about him. I felt I would have played him at 16 and a half. We can get him at 15 and a half. I'm not going to play minus 140 though. I can tell you that. Um, so we're gonna need a little juice reducer. And I feel like, are they gonna offer this Jake Bloss guy first time pitching in the big leagues? They don't have it. That sucks. I was hoping they're gonna have him not to win. He's one of those guys that's coming up from AAA to single A. I'm sorry. He's coming from Double A up to the big leagues. He's skipping AAA. As we've talked before, that does not happen very often. I mean, like Joey Estes to not get a win. Pitcher props. Where's it at? Minus 400. Let's look at Joey Estes real quick. I don't know if any of you guys have, anything else that would be a better juice reducer. I just think this is normally a pretty good way to do it, to go about doing it. Because it's, we say, I say it. It's he get pulled before the fifth. It could be tied at the fifth. He could be losing at the fifth. He could be winning, and then the team gives it up. All kinds of stuff. Let's see. He has 2 wins on. He has 2 wins on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 starts. So I mean, he's lost 5 times. He's lost 5 of 7 starts. Um, let's see. See, he only went. Oh, the last time he pitched was against Minnesota. He only went 2.2 innings and he got shit on. He gave up 6 runs in 2 innings. Couldn't even get out of the third inning. So that makes me feel pretty good right there. He just got killed by the Twins. That was was pitching at the Twin Stadium. He at home. I mean, he's pitched twice at home. One time he went 7 innings. Gave up 4 runs. Another time he went 6 against Seattle, gave up no runs, and that was actually one of his wins at home. So he's 1-1 at home. He's got a 2.7 ERA at home. He's 1-0, well, because of no decision, and he's 1-2 away. Showed to get 4Ks. He's really consistent at home. Honestly, like I hate K props. Trent, Chuck, you as well. Fetty over 5.5Ks. FanDuel is plus money. DraftKings over 4.5. Juice to minus 160 seems like good value. Probably. I can't ever get them right. I can't get K props right. It's one of those bets that I hate to bet on because then you're mad when like he's grounding out, like when people are hitting ground outs or pop flies and stuff. Like that's still success. Like I it's almost like you feel weird rooting for it kind of thing. I just can't get them right. I cannot get K props right. Yeah, I mean, I think Estes is probably Trent. What are you saying? Like, are you saying instead of like talking about Pepiot? So yeah. Oh, I see. That's what you said. My only minus 121. I see what you're saying. Trevor Rogers would be another one, but the Mariners are just 525. Trevor Rogers is 1-8 on the year. I mean, the guy's pitched like 15 times this game and he's got one win. At home, he pitches a 5.35. He's 0-4 on 8 starts at home. So I don't know. So let's see. Let's take let's see. Let's try to open up a new one. I don't know if I know on FanDuel, like, if I like clear it, I don't lose it on the other one. I don't know if DraftKings is like that. Shit. Oh shit! I should have left it on there. Rogers is pretty bad. My only fear is that the Mariners are not the greatest either, though. So I mean, like, oh shit! I kept the wrong one up there. Hold on. Like, I really like Pepiot's over on his outs. Like I said, I really liked it at 16.5. I was ready to pull the trigger at minus 115 or whatever it was. I mean, plus 104 for Rogers to not get a win and then to get his outs over 15.5. Like I said, minus one. Hey, if you guys are cool with playing a minus 140 straight, like that's fine. I just don't want to put 1.4 units down on a single prop, especially in baseball. Like if it was like the NFL, I'd be like, sure, I'd probably call it like a 2 unit play because you can be pretty confident in the NFL. At least I can. My nose itches so bad right now. I apologize. Let's see. Yeah, that's the thing. That do I got like allergies going or what right now? Let's see. Last 7. Does that mean something if your nose itches? Someone's talking about you, thinking about you, something like that. Mariners. 4th lowest batting average. Scoring a decent amount of runs though. Cubs plus 2.5. Cubs plus 2.5 will be too big. Plus, I don't know. Shota's been going backwards, hasn't he? Like, hasn't he had some pretty bad outings recently? Not really. He did get killed by the White Sox. He got killed by the Brewers, killed by the White Sox, and he kind of settled back down. The Mets. Let's see. Game lines. 2. Oh, this way. 2.5. I mean, it gives me a reason to. Yeah, man. Like the video. Gives me a reason to pay attention to the day game. I mean, Shota's solid. Wind blowing in somewhat. I don't like Quintana, man. I've never really thought. I've never really liked Quintana. I mean, going back to him being on the White Sox, I never thought he was that good of a pitcher. Cubs hit lefties pretty well too. What's up, Mario? Even kind of putting together I was even kind of working on a same game parlay because FanDuel has that boost, and I'm looking at like all Cubs for the most part. So, but let's move on probably. It's either Cubs plus 2.5 or Trevor Rogers, like I said, has 8 starts. Trevor Rogers has 8 starts at home, and he's 0-4. He has lost every single start at home. We were just fading the Mariners against a lefty, though. Mariners can't hit lefties. And then, Estes just got killed by the Twins, but Chris Paddock isn't that good of a pitcher either. Jared, honestly, we're still stuck on the first play. Yeah, I can't trust the Mariners versus a lefty. I can't do it. And then I do like Joey Estes. I do hate to wait literally all day for a place like that. Um, I just don't know. The Mariners don't hit lefties very well at all. Chris Paddock away just got killed for 7. Chris Paddock's got an 8 ERA away. Estes pitches better at home. That's really not a good one either. I think Cubs plus 2.5 has to be it. That's what we're gonna have to lock up. So let's move on for now because I feel like we've talked entirely too long about this one play. I really like Ryan Pepiot. If it goes to 16.5, if that may even be easier because it's going to be it's going to be a better playable odd. So for the time being, we're going to ride the 15.5 and the Cubs plus 2.5. Shota Imanaga is a good pitcher, especially at home, and Jose Quintana is not the strongest. And some of these Cubs batters have hit Quintana pretty well. So I feel good about it. This is what we'll do for now. Plus 109 for the first play, and then we'll try to breeze through these other ones. Let's go to I mean, Let's go to Jack Flaherty. I have the Phillies up there. I don't think there's normally I try to put together like a safe like two leg type play. I just don't think there's one today. Um, the Diamondbacks can be pretty scrappy. I think the Phillies are worth even possibly playing straight up at a minus 135 price, 1.35 units, something like that. I could see playing the Phillies straight up. The Tigers absolutely should win this game, but it's a divisional game. The White Sox could bounce back. I always say that the White Sox seem to hit the Tigers really well. Or I'm sorry, um, uh, when Fetty pitches, the White Sox are dangerous. For whatever reason, the White Sox seem to score runs when Fetty pitches. Um, Braves and Yankees, man, I think could be a battle. Blue Jays and Guardians, not interested in ever really wanting to mess with the Blue Jays. Mariners Marlins, a pretty crap game. Good home run game. Royals and Rangers. Royals are off right now. Don't love messing with them. Uh, Grayson Rodriguez is pretty mid. Um, got a rookie pitcher. This is the Double A Bloss, the Double A guy going from Double A to the big leagues. Um, Ray and Cease. I feel like the Padres probably get one here. There's just not a lot. There's not, and then the Dodgers, man. I'm unfamiliar with this dude. I don't know if that's bullpen or like a rookie that they had, Knack. Um, there's nothing jumps out at me as like this is a safe two leg play. So I'll save that for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going on that kayak trip. So like Discord wise, like it's gonna be pretty slim picking. So I might save like a two leg for that. So anyhow, let's get into we've backed Jack Flaherty a bunch of times. He got hurt in this game, I think. Just randomly, he left the game after 5 innings. He had hurt his back or something like that. He came in and only pitched 15 again. So I think a lot of people were trying to see if he was on a pitch count. I mean, the man left. He was at 60 pitches through 5 innings, like absolutely cruising to an over 17 and a half. It was going to be the easiest bet in the world. Like he had 40 pitches to throw in that inning to get 3 outs. And he got hurt. And then he came back in and he threw 73 pitches. So he probably was on a bit of a pitch count. I haven't seen where he's on a pitch count or anything like that. If you guys know anything different, by all means, I mean, let me know. But the man had been a 6 inning plus merchant. The dude's been fantastic. And I think I'm ready to back him again. This is the second game after injury. I feel like he should be pretty good. You look at him at home, the guy's been perfect at home. The guy's been fantastic at home. The guy has not missed at home. And he's going against the White Sox. The White Sox are the worst hitting team in the league. I mean, they ranked 29th, 28th, 29th, 30th, and many. I mean, I mentioned even yesterday, I forget what we were even talking about. I think that I think that Flaherty flies over this, to be honest. The White Sox are not a good hitting team. I did mention that they seem to hit, for Fetty, which means I probably wouldn't like the Tigers money line. But I see a lot of people on Flaherty's strikeouts today, which is awesome. That goes along with him having a good game in terms of the outs. So I feel really good about taking Flaherty without even really getting into a lot of research. Like I said, unless he's on like a pitch count or anything like that. What's RotoWire say right here? Mario, yeah, Taiwan Walker's pretty average, to be honest. Let's see, June 15th, earned the win over the Astros, line 3 hits, a walk, striking out 6. Flaherty was skipped once to the rotation. He dealt back injury, which he received an injection for Monday. Good in his return, though he was limited to 73 pitches, as Tigers likely didn't want to push him too hard after they built a 10-0 lead. So, I mean, really, he could have gone deeper. Yeah. So I mean, there's nothing really that's saying that he's got any sort of like limitation or anything like that. So I feel good about riding Jack Flaherty. That freaking moved too. That's going all the way up to minus 140 at this point. Like pitcher props are like impossible, guys. At like 11 o'clock, all of these were like very playable, and now we're sitting here. We are messing with this stuff, man. It makes me angry. They don't have it. I just realized that you guys couldn't see my screen. Y'all could have let me know. I mean, it's minus 135 on Bet 365. I don't know how many of you guys have access to that. This is what I had pulled up though, for those of you that, since I didn't have it. Uh Perfect at home, pretty good here. But it just moved to minus 140. I don't know. And then Colin Ray. Trent in the chat reached out to me about this one. And I think I think is this website working yet? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Okay, so Colin Ray is he's an interesting dude. At home, the dude's fantastic. He's over his outs prop all the time at home. Away, you can see he's under in 405. Today he's going against the Padres, who's a pretty good hitting team. Versus right-handed pitching. The Padres have the best batting average against right-handed pitching. They have the fourth best on base percentage and the fourth best OPS against right-handed pitching. In general, I'm pretty sure they got a pretty good batting average. They have the second best batting average just in general. That means that they're not striking out a lot. They strike out the fifth least amount of times in terms of walks. They do draw the 13th most walks, so they do walk a decent amount, but that means that they're swinging and they're making contact, fairly early, but at the same time, like not really. But they're hitting the ball and they're getting on base. So, we have a fear though that they used one, two, three, four guys like pretty heavily the other day. But I mean, they've got quite a few guys that are still going to be pretty available. And then Koenig only threw 12 pitches. Like he could possibly go back to back. I think it's going to be safe enough that look, if a pitcher's getting killed, like you still got to get him out. Like there's no like, oh, we're gonna he absolutely has to go deep. Like they normally figure it out. Like they've got some guys that they don't normally use, or they can do something. Um, this is maybe a spot where if you look at them just on the year, it's maybe not the best look. But I think the read is right about the under, just based off of going against a Padres team that hits the ball really well against right-handed pitchers and who has been pretty hot too. Like, I mean, they're hitting a lot. They're hitting a lot of home runs. You look at, matchup against Ray. I mean, like Peralta's gone against the Machado's 500 or Eyes is 500. But you haven't seen, Tatis, Profar, uh, whoever else. But it's not one where like the graph is going to scream like this is a great bet. Um, it's a spot where situationally against who he's going against, I think it's a solid bet in that sense. Yeah, there you go, Trent. So I think it's going to be a good one. I definitely like that one. We'll lock that one in. Um, Somebody up here said Philly first five overruns. Yeah, I would certainly think so too. I mean, it's you got really good weather. It's hot, June weather. Ball's gonna be traveling really well. Jordan Montgomery has just really lost it too. So I think the Phillies probably hit the ball pretty good. Um, and that it coincides with the money line too. I wouldn't say that the Phillies pitcher is like way better, but I mean he's certainly well enough that I think that they can get the win. Yeah, over 2.5 minus 125. That's a pretty good look. Um, I do like that. So I don't know, guys. I mean, we've been here for a minute. I appreciate you guys, watching and everything. Um, I don't know what to do about the line movement, to be completely honest. Colin Ray for sure. We got the Ryan Pepio bet with the Cubs plus 2.5 is even money. But then we got Jack Flaherty that's ballooned up to minus 140, and I'm not really sure what we want to do with that. I don't remember. Oh, I was just on it. I don't know if it. I don't think it was on FanDuel. Yeah, it's not listed on FanDuel. I don't know what we want to do with it. I like it. I like it a lot, to be honest. The White Sox are not a good hitting team, but we struggled to get this. Oh, look, Pepio just moved to minus 115 at 16.5. Well, shit, you guys want to do that? Unless it's too late, we take him at over 16.5. Like I said, I liked him at 15.5. I liked him at 16.5. It's still within the sixth inning. And then we use that juice reducer, the Cubs plus 2.5, and we put that with Flaherty, and it'll be that plus 108 like it was. I say we do that. And then I like the Phillies, but I mean you know, I think that's what we do, guys. Since the line just moved and moved in our favor, let's go ahead and just pull the trigger that way. We're gonna do. I'm trying to move up my chair. We're gonna do Colin Ray under 16.5 outs. We're gonna do Ryan Pepio over 16.5. If you want to play the 15.5 with the Cubs or something like that, I'm sure FanDuel is probably still sitting at 15.5. Pitcher. Yeah, FanDuel's still sitting at 15.5. If you want to play it that way, if you like the smaller line. And then we'll take Jack Flaherty, and then we'll put that with the Cubs plus 2.5 for our juice reducer. All right, Jack Flaherty plus the Cubs 2.5 will give us like plus 107, something like that. And then our other two for Ray and Papia are both playable at the current line that they're at right now. That those will be the official plays. Quickly, this is just I think this is just what we'll play. This is just what I'll play. Since we've already been on here for 43 minutes, I've taken up a whole lot of time already. Um, Kyle Schwarber in June. I mean, the dude hits bombs. Just had coming off of two. I don't know if they played since he had just hit those 2 home runs or not, but dude's just hitting bombs. So I feel really good about that. Tyler O'Neill against the Reds. O'Neill's hit Abbott, I think, pretty well. He hits lefties. Actually, I think it's just he hits lefties really well. You also have him at Great American Ballpark. That's the smallest ballpark in the league. So I feel like we have a pretty good chance for him to, get a home run in the smaller ballpark. And then kind of just running Jose Ramirez back, to be honest. I think he's due to hit a home run. Um, there's probably, I mean, this has been locked for a while, I feel like. Um, it's rough. Like Aaron Judge, maybe I know that Rodon gives up a decent amount of home runs. Zuna might not be a bad look. One of the Orioles hitters against the rookie tonight might not be a bad look. Royce Lewis is hitting home runs like left and right, but I mean, at what point does he stop? He hit one again yesterday. Like I don't know. Um, yeah, Trent for sure. I'm still chasing like 900. Um, That's why, I can stream, like, play video games directly to YouTube or whatever, but what I need to do is just, like, I'm going on that kayak trip tomorrow, just go live, like, from my phone, and, like, I have, like, um, the waterproof case or whatever. I'm gonna have a bucket hat on because my bald head. It's gonna be, like, 90 plus degrees, like, it's gonna be terrible. I told my wife I should wear, like, a fishing shirt because, like, I got, like, my tattoos go all the way up and, like, they burn because, like, they're black, like, the ink reflects it. Um, but anyway, just live stream the entire time me kayaking, until my phone dies, and then y'all can just like hang out with me. But this is what we're gonna run. We're gonna run O'Neal, Schwarber, and Ramirez for the home run parlay. Uh, we're nearly at 45 minutes. So those of you that are hanging out and watching, I appreciate it. These shows certainly have been getting longer, but I think it's informative. I certainly have anybody reach out and say like I like the old way or anything like that. So certainly at live Joe Betts, any feedback that you guys have, I could try to do things differently, or even just give the plays, I guess, in the beginning and then talk about them for those that want to, get in and out or something like that. But I'm gonna close it out. I think, yeah, I don't know how to say your name. I know money's rag, rag. It looks like rag. I'm pretty sure I can stream live from my phone, but I feel like my wife will get mad too. You know what I'm saying? So there's like 18 of us though. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. But anyhow, appreciate you guys. I'm gonna close it out. Those are the three plays. These are three guys I like to hit a home run. And I will catch you guys. Let's see, today's Friday. So I'm not gonna see you guys till Monday. Monday 11:30 will be the next podcast. Appreciate you guys, and I need to find my button, pull my screen back up here. I'll see you guys back on Monday.